enter your name and password, get into the program. All programs need to have an income, an expenses, and personal debts. And then we'll go and have a look at the reports. Regular income, nothing hard here. We're looking at after-tax salary, Sam's income, Sally's income, between the two of them, roughly $6,300 a month. Here are their other incomes already categorized. Shoot across to expenses, we'll have a look at their primary property. Get down, have a look at their debts. Normal family type debts, car loan, couple of credit cards, couple of personal loans. When we look at it down the bottom here where it's mirrored, we're seeing that they've got $53,000 in total debt. They're going to pay $17,000 interest over 98 months for a total of $70,000. Let's go and have a look at their regular expenses. These are the household expenses where all the money goes: gas, electricity, transport, food, education, medical, personal expenses. Down here we've got it all categorized into a pie chart. Here we've got the traffic lights. At the moment, out of $6,800 in income in total, these people are spending $4,200 or 49% of their income. They have to earn at least that much, otherwise something will get turned off or taken away. Their discretionary spending is 40% or $3,500, and they're over budget by $887 or 10.27%. So we need to fix that. This is not an uncommon occurrence. And we're going to do this all on just their current income, nothing else. Let's have a look at the reports. Current spending report tells you the money that's coming in and the money that's going out. Again, we have a pie chart of all of the expenses, and here is the income, here is the expenses, and again, here is their negative, overspending. So we've got to fix that problem. In the savings report, you can see that we've got that debt that they had, $53,000, $17,000 interest, total of $70,000 over 98 months. We haven't selected a strategy as yet, so we can't save them any money on their debts. Let's have a look at their mortgage. They've got $300,000, 5%, 360 months or 30 years. Total interest is going to be as much as they borrowed, so total repayment $579,000. The money that they're spending on these debts, we get them to roll that over on top of their mortgage once they've paid out after 8 years. If they do that, they could take a 30-year mortgage and pay it out in 17 3/4 years. In doing that, they're going to only pay $172,000 instead of $279,000. They're saving $107,000 and they're saving 12 1/4 years. So instead of $279,000 in interest, $172,000 in interest, and instead of being over 30 years, they're going to be out in 17 3/4 years. But we can do better than that. Let's go and have a look how they can do better. We're going to select a strategy. This is just one off many, and we'll pick the highest interest first because that's what most people would think. And the next one we're going to look at is going to be the regular expenses. This is where they're spending the money. We need to get the green from the bottom to the top, and that's pretty easily done. They're obviously overspending. We've got to find out where they're overspending. Let's go to work on that, and I'll show you the result of that in a moment. And after making those changes, we found that we've got them up 9% or 622 above the line. They're saving $8,000 and they're saving 5 1/4 years. When they finish paying off these debts in 3 years, they'll take that same money they were paying these debts off with, roll it on top of this mortgage, which was 30 years at 5% interest. They were going to pay $280,000 in interest for a total of $580,000. We are now going to have them out of debt in 9.92 years. They're going to pay $91,000 in interest. They're going to save $188,000 in interest, and they're going to save 20 years. Instead of $280,000, they're going to be paying $91,000. Instead of 30 years, they're going to be paid out in just under 10 years. Here is the conventional mortgage payment schedule, and here is the money rules payment schedule. So you can see they'll be paid out in 10 years. Instead of the conventional 30 years, they will be paid out in 10 years. Which would you rather have? If you look at this scale, you can see the red line is a 30-year mortgage period. This is the total period over which they're paying out their 30-year mortgage. Then they get time to save. If they pay out the mortgage back here, and take exactly the same money they're currently earning, they could end up with $1.4 million. And even if they do nothing more than set aside $1,000 a month, they will still end up having $411 after only 30 years. They still have another 5 years if they go through to age 65. This is more than most people have in their retirement fund now. If they say they want to think about it, then they're going to have to consider opportunity cost. And the opportunity cost is the difference between doing something and doing nothing. If they do nothing, then they have a further 20-year period. So from here to here, it's a further 20 years. They'll be paying interest of $26.84 per day after tax, $816 per month after tax, or $9,795 per year after tax. If, however, they start the plan today, they will actually be generating $198 positive a day, or $6,000 a month, $72,000 a year. Or even if they only do $1,000 per month, they will be generating $56 per day, $56.07. How many hours would you need to work to earn that? Or $1,700 a month, or $20,000 per year, to end up with either $411,000 or $1.455. So when you look at your debt, you can pay $300,000 on a mortgage over 30 years, pay $280,000 in interest, or $580,000 in total. Or you could be paid out in 9.92 years, only pay $91,000 in interest, or a total of $392,000. You'll save $188,000 in interest, and you'll save 20 years. Which picture looks better? That one or that one? Which picture looks better? That one or that one? Compare the two.